And we're back for the final conclusion in silver. Because this is Apocalypse. And he needs to die. He only has one bit of health left. We can do this. Just as to block his attack now. Come on, die! Well, seems he's not dead yet. Okay, stay on your toes, David. You can do this. Or Nemesis, David, whoever you are. Ooh. Die! Die! Die, big foul demon! Ha! I got you! There you go, down, below, into the lava where you came from! And we were victorious! And go home through a teleporter. That is good. And he's back to normal! Yay!
David? David, are you alright?
Yes. Come on, we have to leave. Now.
Yes, we have to leave, indeed.
Hear that? What's happening?
The whole place is collapsing.
Well, how the hell should we know? Run! So, we're going for plan B, David. Hmm? Yes, run! As always, plan B is running. Same here. Come on, guys, run! Yeah, okay, you can see the stones falling, unfortunately. That's a bit of a pain now. Because the in-game graphics, it normally would show that. But you can't see it here. I'm sorry about that, folks. It can't be done otherwise. It can't. So yeah, that was Silver, folks. A very interesting roleplay game, a few interesting mechanics, and for its time, interesting graphics and background. And not to say, a very interesting gameplay. Because holding down one key and then attacking in different directions, and force and stabbing and crush damage and so on, it wasn't really featured in many games. And Silver thus was unique, very unique. The storyline is pretty nice, the companions are pretty nice. There isn't so much character development, but that's not a problem. I'm sorry, folks, but the credits in the ending didn't play very well. So the screen stayed black and I couldn't show you anything. So to pick up my last thought about character development, I think the characters in-game, they really haven't had that much character development in the category of newer RPGs, of course. But they still had a pretty good motive for actions, and, well, they have some basic, well, background, so to speak. Vivian lives in the Wilderhood, Cajun comes from the monastery, David is a lonely, well, lonely guy living with his wife at the house near the harbor, and with his grandfather, and so on. So they have a little bit of a background story, but not really much. But I guess the game is more living from its uniqueness in that time. It's a game where, yeah, it's not just a role-play game. It's a role-play game with a few different tricks up its sleeve. I mean, the graphics probably were okay to that time. It's probably nothing too fancy, but I guess for that time it was pretty okay. And the combat system was definitely nice and refreshing, not so much like round-based and well, like turn-based or something, but just action-orientated, and that was quite a good thing actually, I think, for this game, because that made it quite special. The atmosphere was quite good, the sound, the music was actually very, very nice and fitting for that game. And I really have to admit, the first few times I played it through, it was definitely worth listening to the music, just standing there, doing nothing, listening to the music. One of these games that you really can enjoy just by listening to sound effects. And that's already telling a lot about where the developers and where the game designing team chose their priorities. The combat system itself, as I said, is quite unique in its way. Had a few flaws, of course, by missing the enemies and not, well, just turning the selected character to the enemy and not, well, just following it. So that's a little bit of a problem if you don't know what to do sometimes. I certainly did mess up sometimes in these videos, so I probably can count myself out of that. Story-wise, yeah, okay, women get captured, hero sets out to recapture women and to free them from the evil emperor. A few story twists with Glass definitely was nice, because I didn't expect his daughter to turn on himself, but that's something you wouldn't expect. Same as William, although William has green hair, as I said, and green hair is very rare in this game, so he had to be someone special. What else is there to say? Yeah, the magic system is actually very nice, I think, with 3 levels for each spell and doing damage more and even having special effects when the spells are updated. So that's really nice and refreshing. Anything else? Yeah, the background graphics are definitely very nicely drawn. I can say that there are only 2 games really that remind me of really, really detailed and good background graphics, like these kind of graphics are. That is first Silver, and secondly Baldur's Gate 2. Because these 2 games had really good drawn backgrounds, and I think in detail, if you look at the stones and stuff, they really have a very unique look to them, and a very good look to them. So, yeah folks, that was Silver. We beat the end boss, we killed Apocalypse, we went on and saved the world from evil Silver and his, well, sacrifice. So, what's up next? I think I have already something up my sleeve that I will do, maybe try to do differently, but I'm not too sure about that yet. There's also another game which I like to play, and I think I have some good ideas. So, what will be coming next? I'm not telling you yet, but it will be something different. Something totally different as to the games I've played up to this point. And also another one that I have in mind that will be more, let's say, old school. And very old actually. So, when we come back folks, we'll be seeing a totally different new LP. And I hope you enjoy that one too, the same as I did this one. So, see you next LP, adventurers. See you next LP.